All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to learn how to build our very first boat today. Once we've made our way to the main screen in Tinker CAD, we'll begin by clicking on Create up here, the blue button, and then 3D Design. That will take us to the build plane. Once we're here, step number 1, we're going to come up to the top left corner, and we're going to change the name of this boat to Boat 1. This will be the first boat we make. It will be the pontoon boat. You have hopefully just seen the pontoon boat float down the river. This will be an important boat to learn how to build because it will be the basis for lots of other boats we're going to make. Step number 1 today. Come over to the right-hand side and we grab a orange cylinder. We drag it over. We drop it on the build plane. Next, we're going to zoom in a little bit here, grab this arrow. We're going to turn it 90 degrees. Make sure it's exactly 90. You do not want 92. You do not want 87. You want it 90. Perfectly, perfect. Once that's done, we click on the shape. We're going to grab this black square here or the one on the other side. Either one's fine. And we're going to make this thing longer. We're going to rotate it so we can see an end. Come over here to the side, and we're going to grab a white cone. We are not dropping the white cone on the build plane because then we'd have to pick it up and move it, and that gives us more work to do. Instead, we take this white cone and we're going to push it right here, right onto the end of the cylinder. Now you can see I've done a pretty poor job of this. The white cone is not lined up very well. You're going to want to line it up. When we print this, if it's like this, we'll print it like this, and then all this extra space here will drag through the water. Not what we want. So we're going to draw a box. We're going to left click somewhere on this screen, and we're going to draw the red box. As long as both things are somewhere in that box, it will select them when I let go. I let go. It has selected both items. I now come up to the top right, up here where the button says Align. I click on Align. I'm going to align it in 2 directions. First, I'm going to align it here down the center, and then I'm going to align over here going up and down. I am not going to hit this button. It will pull that cone into the center. Not what I want. Once it's aligned, I come up here and I hit group. I turn those 2 things into 1 thing. At this point, I'm going to decide on some sizes. My guide sheet says that the boat I make should be a length between 100 millimeters and 200 millimeters. It cannot be wider than 85 millimeters or it won't fit in the river. And it can be no taller than 50 millimeters. I'm going to do length first. So I come down here. I grab this one. It is currently at 121. That is within the realm of what's allowable between 100 and 200. But I'm going to go a little longer just because I want to. I think it'll make a good boat. So I'm going to go to 160. And let's look at the height. Let's go a little. Right now, it's at 20. I'm a little worried that 20 is short enough and it might get caught under the lip of this river. So I'm going to pull this up to, let's go 27 point whatever. I think that looks nice, kind of thin. If I want to here, I can grab this. I can make it wider. Again, I can do this. I can do any shape here I want. It is completely up to me. It's what I think will be fast. So I'm going to go up here to around 30. And I'm going to broaden this out again to around, let's go around 21. So I kind of like that shape. I think it looks good. Once I have my first pontoon built, I need to copy it and paste it. So I hit the shape, I hit copy, I hit paste. It yanked it up here, not what I was hoping, but it'll work. I'm going to drag it over here. At this point, these 2 things are not lined up. One is more forward, one is more backward. So I need to get those 2 lined up. So to do that, real simple. I draw a box on both things. I let go. I click Align. This time I am only aligning to one direction right here. They're both lined up perfectly now. Just what I want. I now have to pick the width of my boat. To do this, I need to know what is the width of the boat I have right now. I draw a box on both things. I let go. I click on any of the white squares in the corner. I'm going to pick on this one. And I can see how wide it is. It is currently 71.5, so like 72 millimeters or 7.2, a little bit more than 7 centimeters. I'm allowed to go up to 85, so I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to use my keys and come over a little bit, make it a little bit wider. Let's see how wide I went. Click on my white corner again. I'm just under that 85. I think that's going to look good. boat looks nice. I need something here to lash these two pontoons together, to hold them together. I have several options here. I'm going to show you a couple. Option one, I grab a cylinder. I take it over here. I turn it 90 degrees, exactly 90. I'm going to make this thing a lot smaller because I don't need that much to hold this together. I'm not going to go really small on this. If you go too small and too thin, then this thing that holds them together does not hold them together all that well. When you're actually using the boat, it will break. Not what I want. So I'm just going to drag it over here. I'm going to make it wider. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Try that again. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Boom. I have something holding them together. What I'm not going to do on this, please watch, is I'm not going to click this. I'm not going to put it down on the bottom. It's just not where I want it. I want it up high. Why? Why don't I want the thing holding the pontoons together on the bottom? Because it's a boat. And this will drag to the water. As it is going to the water, this piece here will be underwater. And it will be dragging. Dragging equals slowing down. So I'm going to pull it up nice and high. This way the thing holding them together is above. The water is going underneath and it's not dragging. It's not slowing me down. If I like this one, I can be done. Or I could take this. I could hit copy. I could hit paste. I could grab another one of those and I could put it up here. I could put it here. I could put it here. I could put it anywhere I want. Or I could take the one I have and I could change it in some fashion. I can make it wider. If I think this is a more sturdy platform, I think this will be faster, I can run it like this. I don't have to use a cylinder to hold these two things together, though. I can use any shape I want. I'll do it with a cube. I grab a cube, I make it thinner, I pull it up in the air some, I drag it over, I stick it there, I pull it over, I push it in, and boom. I can take that higher, lower, I can make that a little taller, I can make it wider. I can do kind of what I want to do here with this shape when I get this boat the way I want it to be. I think it's going to be fast. This is my pontoon boat. When I get it the way I like it, all I'm going to do, highlight the whole thing. I click on group. This boat is done. I'm now ready to build my next boat. To do that, I come up here on the top left. I click on the Tinker CAD button. It will always take me back to the main page. When I leave, it will save that boat. You'll see it right here. It says boat number 1. I'm now going to click on Create, 3D Design. I come up to the top. I change this name to Boat 2. And I now build another boat. It could be a pontoon boat. It could be another boat of my design, my creation, whatever I think will work well. I hope this has all made sense. I hope you can follow along. If you have any questions, let your teacher know. Absolutely wishing you the best of luck.